Stop scrolling, because in the next 45 minutes, someone in your family could take their last breath, and the reason is you. Yes, Archangel Michael is speaking to you right now. The countdown has already begun, and if you ignore this message, nothing will stop what's coming.
Listen to me. Do not take these words lightly. I am Archangel Michael, and I have been sent to warn you. Right now, as you hear this voice, a countdown has already begun in the invisible realm. The sands of time are falling fast, and within just 45 minutes, a shadow of death is preparing to touch your family. You may think this is just another warning, another message to ignore, but ask yourself, why did your heart skip the moment you heard my words? Why did a sudden chill pass through your body as if the air itself turned heavier? That is because your spirit already knows the truth. Do you remember the choices you made? The mistakes you repeated even after being warned? The doors you opened that should have remained shut? Yes, those very mistakes have now placed a curse upon your household. Even now, the angel of death has been released, moving silently, drawing closer to the one you love most. Maybe it is the one who raised you. Maybe it is the one who shares your blood. Maybe it is the innocent one who trusted you without question. You will not know who until the final moment comes, but the truth is this: because of you, their life is in danger. Can you feel it? Look around you now. The lights flicker not by accident. The sudden noises you hear are not random. The heavy silence in your room is not ordinary. It is a sign that heaven's decree has already been written and death's footsteps are echoing nearer. 45 minutes. That is all the time you have left before the prophecy fulfills itself. But hear me carefully. There is still a narrow chance, a thin thread of mercy. If you awaken, if you humble yourself, if you listen to this warning with trembling and surrender your pride, the hand of judgment can still be delayed. But if you ignore me again, if you say in your heart, "This is nothing, just another story," then remember these words when the clock strikes the final minute, because by then it will be too late. This is not just a message, it is a trial of your soul. Heaven is watching, hell is waiting, and your decision will determine who takes victory tonight. The choice is before you. The countdown has already begun, and you have only 45 minutes.
Listen carefully. The clock has already begun ticking, and every second that passes is another step closer to the end. Do not deceive yourself. This is not just a warning. This is a prophecy unraveling before your very eyes. As I speak, the angel of death has already risen from the shadows. He moves in silence. He does not knock on doors. He does not announce his coming. He slips through the cracks, through the windows, through the silence of the night, and soon he will stand inside the walls of your home. Yes, your home. Do you feel the atmosphere changing even now? The uneasiness in your chest, the trembling in your hands, the sudden feeling as if you are not alone? That is because you are not. Heaven is watching. Demons are circling, and your family stands at the center of this great battle. You wonder, why me? Why is my family at risk? The truth is painful because of the path you chose. You repeated the same mistake again, even after being warned. You opened the same forbidden door even after hearing my voice. and now someone you love dearly is marked. But listen, time is not your friend. Already the sands of the hourglass fall. 40 minutes remain, and with each moment the shadows creep closer. Can you hear it? The faint creak of the floorboards, the whispers in the wind, the sudden chill that brushes your skin? These are not accidents, they are warnings. Heaven does not speak in silence for no reason. Everything you are feeling right now is a signal. You are being given one final chance to awaken before death completes his journey. Look into your house. Is there not already sickness lingering in someone's body? Is there not already weakness that doctors cannot explain? Is there not already fear that no one speaks of, yet everyone feels? This is not coincidence. It is the enemy preparing his claim. But I, Michael, tell you this. There is still a crack in the darkness where the light can enter. If you surrender, if you fall on your knees in true repentance, if you cry out from the depths of your soul, the decree can still be overturned. But beware, the enemy is cunning. He wants you to ignore this voice. He wants you to laugh, to scroll away, to say to yourself, "This cannot be true." And the moment you dismiss me, he wins. For when you close your ears to my warning, you open the door wide for him. Do not test heaven's patience. I have fought wars in the heavens. I have stood against the dragon himself. I have battled the forces of death and destruction. And I tell you this truth. When the appointed time comes, no one can stop the angel of death from taking what is his. Right now, as you listen, he moves closer. I can see his shadow stretching. I can see his hand reaching. And the closer he comes, the heavier the air around you will become. The lights may flicker. A sudden knock may strike your door. You may even feel a hand brush against you when no one is there. These are not illusions. These are signs of the judgment drawing nearer. 35 minutes remain. Do you understand? 35 minutes before a soul in your family is carried away into the night. But still, mercy is not fully gone. Even now, if you believe, if you take these words into your heart, if you act without delay, heaven will fight for you. I will fight for you. I, Michael, commander of the armies of God, will stand between your family and the angel of death. But I cannot fight for you if you remain blind. I cannot protect what you do not surrender. This is your moment. This is your decision. Heaven's eyes are upon you. Hell's laughter waits for your failure, and the life of one you love hangs in the balance. The clock does not wait for anyone. 35 minutes remain, and the shadow grows stronger.
Listen with all your heart. The time is not slowing down. The countdown is not waiting for you. Even as I speak, the minutes are being swallowed by eternity. 30 minutes remain. 30 short minutes before the angel of death arrives at your doorstep. Do you feel that chill? That heaviness in your chest? That sudden silence that feels louder than thunder?
These are not just sensations, they are the shadows of His presence drawing nearer. First, the signs will be small. You may dismiss them as nothing. A faint knock on the wall when no one is near, the flickering of a light that was perfectly fine a moment ago, the sound of footsteps in an empty hallway. These are whispers from the spirit realm. The veil between life and death is thinning. Then the signs will grow heavier. The air will turn cold, not with the breeze of the night, but with the breath of the unseen. You will feel eyes watching you from the corners of the room. You will hear faint whispers calling your name, though no one stands beside you. And then the silence. The kind of silence that presses against your ears until it hurts. The kind of silence where even your own heartbeat sounds like a drum of war. That is when you will know the angel of death has entered your home. He does not rush, he does not stumble. He walks slowly, deliberately, as if each step is a strike of the clock itself. You will feel his presence before you ever see him. Some describe it as the sudden weight on their chest, others as the feeling of drowning though they stand in open air. Some hear the sound of chains dragging across the floor, though no metal touches the ground. And the worst sign of all, a shadow that moves even when the lights are still. A shape at the corner of your eye that disappears the moment you turn. Yes, these are the footsteps of death. Do you understand now? Your family is not safe. You can feel it in your spirit. Something is wrong. Something has been wrong for a long time. And now the wages of your mistake are coming to collect. 25 minutes remain. With every passing second, his presence grows stronger. He is searching for the one whose soul will be demanded tonight. It could be the weakest among you. It could be the strongest. It could be the one who trusts you the most. But one thing is certain. He will not leave your house empty-handed. Do not mistake this as a game. I, Michael, have fought against this darkness since the beginning. I have seen kings fall, warriors collapse, and mighty empires crumble at the hand of death. And I tell you, if you do nothing, your family will become his next victim. But still, mercy is calling out. Still, there is a crack of light in the thickest darkness. Still, you can cry out, and heaven's armies will rise to shield you. But your heart must not delay. Your pride must not blind you. You must act now. 25 minutes remain. Do you hear the ticking? Not the ticking of a clock, but the ticking of a life. With each second that falls, the rope around your family tightens. Look again at the silence in your house. Look again at the shadows in your room. Do you not feel it? The presence of something that does not belong? That is death, waiting, watching, choosing. The hourglass is nearly half empty, and still you hesitate. But know this, the longer you wait, the stronger he grows. The longer you ignore, the louder his footsteps will become, until finally he stands beside the one you love most and takes them away forever. 25 minutes remain. The shadow is here. The decision is yours.
Now, Listen carefully. The clock has not stopped. The shadow has not paused. Even now, the countdown falls like drops of blood dripping onto the ground. 20 minutes remain, only 20, before the angel of death lays his hand on the chosen one in your house. But I must reveal to you what your eyes cannot see. Above you, beyond the walls of your room, there is a great war raging in the unseen realm. The skies you cannot see are burning with conflict. The hosts of heaven have drawn their swords, and the legions of darkness are circling like vultures. Every word you speak, every thought you allow, every choice you make in these moments strengthens one side or the other. When you doubt, the demons laugh, and their chains grow stronger. When you tremble in fear and give up, they rush closer. But when you believe, when you whisper a prayer, when you humble yourself, the angels rise, their wings spread wide, their shields blocking the hand of death. Do you understand? This is no ordinary night. This is the battlefield of eternity. Your family is the prize. Heaven fights for their life. Hell waits for their soul. And your decision will tip the scales. Even now, I, Michael, lead the armies of heaven. My sword burns with fire. My wings stretch across the sky. I am ready to strike the enemy down, but I cannot move if you remain silent, for heaven only fights when faith opens the door. Look around your house. You may not see them, but they are there. In the corner of your room stands an angel, waiting. Outside your window lurks a demon, watching. Over your roof, armies gather in silence, waiting for your choice. Do you think this is only words? Then ask yourself, why has your heart been restless since you heard this message? Why has your spirit felt the trembling, the unease, the weight pressing down on you? That is because you are standing in the middle of this war. 15 minutes remain. The time is being swallowed quickly. The angel of death is not walking alone. He is accompanied by whispers, by shadows, by curses released through your disobedience. He moves like smoke, filling the cracks of your home. He is searching, searching for the soul marked for tonight. And heaven waits, heaven watches, heaven listens for your cry. But I must warn you, if you do nothing, if you ignore me, if you treat this as just another voice, then when the final minute strikes, the silence will shatter with a scream you cannot take back. Do not test the mercy of God. Do not think you can hide from this, for I have been sent not to scare you, but to awaken you. Your family stands at the edge of a cliff. The enemy waits to push them over, and only one thing remains in between: your choice. The sand in the hourglass runs low. 15 minutes remain. Even now, the battle rages in the skies. I hear the clash of swords, the roar of demons, the thunder of wings. Do not let the darkness win. Do not give your family to the grave. Cry now. Stand in faith, for if you do, I will fight with the fire of heaven itself, and the angel of death will be forced to flee. But if you remain silent, then prepare yourself for the sound of sorrow. The clock does not wait. 15 minutes remain, and the armies are waiting for your answer.
Time is slipping away. The hourglass is almost empty. 10 minutes remain. Do you feel it now? The air in your room has grown heavier. The silence is no longer normal. It is suffocating. Every sound seems louder. Every shadow seems alive. That is because the angel of death has already crossed the threshold. He is no longer outside. He is inside. Look around you. You may not see him with your eyes, but your spirit feels him. The sudden coldness crawling across your skin, the feeling of eyes piercing into you from the corner of the room, the weight pressing against your chest when you try to breathe. Yes, this is the sign. The enemy of life has entered your house. He walks slowly, step by step, as if every movement is another strike of the clock. You will not hear his footsteps with your ears, but you will feel them in your bones. With each unseen step, your heart beats faster, your body trembles, your soul senses that the end is near. He does not rush. He does not stumble. He moves deliberately, like a predator circling its prey, and he is searching for the one he has been sent to claim. Perhaps he pauses near the room of the one who raised you. Perhaps he lingers near the bed of the youngest in your family. Perhaps he stands at the door of the one you love most, his shadow covering them like a blanket of night. 10 minutes, that is all that remains. And in these 10 minutes, heaven is watching more closely than ever. Even now the angels stand ready, their swords drawn, their wings spread wide, waiting for one word of faith to unleash their fury. Even now, demons press closer, their chains rattling, their laughter echoing in the unseen, eager to drag a soul into the pit. Do not be fooled. This is not silence. This is the sound of war, hidden from mortal ears. 9 minutes remain. I see it clearly. The shadow of death bends low, reaching out his hand. His fingers stretch for the pulse of the living, and if nothing is done, his grip will tighten and a heartbeat will stop forever. You cannot escape by hiding. You cannot escape by pretending this is not real. You cannot escape by ignoring my voice. For every moment you hesitate, his grip grows stronger. But hear me, your choice still matters. Even in the last moments, if you cry out, the heavens will roar, and I will strike down the one who seeks your family. Do not let fear paralyze you. Do not let doubt chain you. Act before the final breath is taken. 8 minutes remain. The shadow stands over your family now. Do you not feel it? The strange noises, the sudden cold, the uneasiness in your spirit, they are proof. 7 minutes remain. I, Michael, am still here. I am fighting in the unseen realm. I have not turned away, but I need your cry, your faith, your surrender. 6 minutes remain. The angel of death raises his hand higher. His shadow grows taller. His hunger deepens. 5 minutes remain. The final chance is slipping. The decision must be made now. Heaven is waiting for your cry. Hell is waiting for your silence. Choose carefully. For when the final minute strikes, the choice will be sealed, and you will either hear the sound of mercy's victory or the silence of a soul leaving forever. 5 minutes remain. The shadow stands at the bed. The clock prepares to strike, and your family's fate hangs by a thread.
Now, the hour is nearly finished. The sands of the glass have almost fallen. Only 5 minutes remain. Do you feel it? The air is like ice, yet your body burns with fear. The silence is so loud that your own heartbeat shakes the room. Your breath feels heavy, as if something unseen presses down on your chest. Yes, it is because the angel of death is standing closer than ever. 5 minutes. He is not outside anymore. He is not at the door. He is not in the hallway. He is here, inside the very room where your family sleeps. You will sense him, even if your eyes cannot see him. The corner of the room grows darker, as if the shadows themselves are alive. The temperature drops, not by nature, but by his presence. The air becomes thick, hard to breathe, and if you listen closely, you will hear it, the faint sound of chains dragging across the floor. He moves slowly. His hands are stretched forward, searching, hungry. He is ready to claim the soul marked for tonight. 4 minutes remain. Do you feel the pull in your spirit? That heaviness pressing deeper and deeper? That is the soundless cry of a soul about to be taken. Death does not need permission. He only needs silence. And if you remain silent, he will close his grip. Even now the angels of heaven are gathered. Their wings cover your house like fire. Their swords shine brighter than lightning, and I, Michael, stand at the front of the battle, ready to strike. But I cannot swing my blade until you open your mouth, for your cry is the key, your surrender is the gate. Your choice decides who will stand victorious tonight. 3 minutes remain. Do you hear it? The whisper in your ear telling you this is nothing? That is not your thought. That is the enemy trying to trick you. Do you feel the heaviness making you want to give up? That is his chain, tightening. But if you resist, if you stand, if you believe, then the heavens will roar and the shadow will flee. 2 minutes remain. Death's hand hovers over the one chosen. It may be the one who raised you. It may be the innocent who trusts you. It may be the one whose laughter once filled your home. Even now he prepares to strike. The air grows colder. The shadows grow thicker. Your spirit trembles. Yes, because the final moment is near. 1 minute remains. This is it. The heavens are silent, waiting. The demons are screaming, demanding their prize. The angels have drawn their swords, waiting for your command. And death stands ready. His hand hovers, his grip tightens, his shadow covers the chosen one. In 60 seconds, if nothing changes, the soul will be taken. Do you not feel it? The weight, the fear, the urgency? That is not by accident. It is because the eternal decision is being made right now. 50 seconds remain. The shadow leans closer. 40 seconds remain. The angels step forward, but they wait for your voice. 30 seconds remain. Demons laugh in the darkness, certain of their victory. 20 seconds remain. Heaven's armies roar, waiting for the command. 10 seconds remain. The shadow's hand touches the chosen one. Their breath grows shallow. Their soul trembles. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in this very moment, your decision seals their fate.
The moment has come. The last grain of sand has fallen. The final second has struck. The clock no longer ticks forward. It has ended. Do you feel it? The shift in the air, the silence that feels like the grave itself? That is because death has stepped fully into your home. The countdown has not ended with peace, it has ended with a decision. At 0, there are only 2 paths. Path 1, silence, darkness, death. If you ignored, if you scrolled past, if you laughed in your heart, then the angel of death stretches forth his hand and does not hesitate. His grip closes around the chosen one's soul. A sudden gasp fills the air, a heartbeat stops. The silence shatters with the sound of weeping, and in that moment, the prophecy is fulfilled. Because of your delay, someone in your family has fallen. The room grows colder. The shadow vanishes, not because he is gone, but because he has taken what he came for. The sound of chains echo faintly, fading into the distance, carrying with them the life that can never return. You cry out, but it is too late. The hour has struck, the seal is closed, and nothing can reverse what was ignored. Path 2. Fire, battle, deliverance. But if you believed, if in those final moments you opened your heart, if you cried out from the depths of your soul, then heaven did not remain silent. I, Michael, drew my sword. The angels roared like thunder. The light of God split the darkness like lightning, and the shadow of death, stretching his hand to strike, was burned in the fire of heaven. He screamed, he stumbled, he fled, for he could not withstand the power released by your faith. His chains shattered, his grip loosened, his shadow dissolved into nothingness. And the one marked for death suddenly breathes again. Suddenly the weight lifts. Suddenly peace floods the room. The angels lift their swords in victory. The demons scatter into the night. And I, Michael, stand over your home as a guardian, declaring, not today. This family has been spared. Do you understand now? The 0 was never the end. It was the test. It was the line drawn between life and death, darkness and light, despair and salvation. One choice led to sorrow beyond repair. The other choice led to deliverance beyond imagination. But I warn you, the shadow will return if you fall again. This was not the end of the battle. This was only one night of war in the great struggle for your soul. So remember this moment. Remember the weight you felt, the fear that pressed against your chest, the silence that swallowed the room. For this was no story. This was no dream. This was eternity knocking at your door. And it will knock again. The question is, when it does, will you be ready? Now that the clock has struck,
Now that you have seen the shadow's hand, you must hear the truth. This did not come without reason. This did not appear out of nowhere. The angel of death did not simply choose your house at random. No, a door was opened, and it was opened by you. Do not tremble at my words without understanding them. You must face the truth. Your actions, your choices, your disobedience carved a path into your home. When heaven sent warnings, you ignored them. When your spirit felt conviction, you silenced it. When you were told to turn away from sin, you said, "Just one more time." And each time the door grew wider. Listen carefully. Every mistake unrepented, every hidden sin, every forbidden act is not only a wound to your soul, it is an invitation. Demons do not break down walls, they slip through cracks. And you, yes, you, created the cracks. You thought your choice only hurt you, but do you not see? Darkness never wants only you, it wants your bloodline. When you fall, your family bleeds. When you ignore the voice of heaven, your children, your parents, your loved ones pay the price. The curse you opened has the right to touch what you love most. This is the law of the unseen realm. And because you repeated the same mistake again and again, the angel of death demanded the right to step into your house. Now you ask, why me? Why my family? And I answer you, because you were chosen for more. Because heaven marked you for light. Because your calling was great, the enemy's hatred for you is greater. The more your destiny shines, the more darkness plots to extinguish it. Do you remember the whispers that told you no one would know? Do you remember the nights you hid what you did? Do you remember how you told yourself it was small, harmless, nothing serious? Those were not harmless whispers. Those were chains being forged. And tonight, you saw what those chains were forged for. But I reveal this so you may awaken. For though the shadow stood at your bed, though the clock struck 0, though death stretched out his hand, still mercy intervened. Still heaven fought for you. Still you were spared from the grave. But hear me, this was not the last warning. This was not the end of the battle. This was only the beginning. If you continue on the same path, the shadow will return. Not in 45 minutes, not in one night, but suddenly, when you least expect it. And the next time, the door may be too wide, the grip too strong, the chains too heavy for even my sword to break. Do you not see? This was not about scaring you. This was about awakening you. You are standing between two kingdoms, light and darkness. Both want your life, your family, your destiny. And every choice you make builds an altar for one or the other. So I ask you, what altar are you building? One of surrender or one of destruction? One of obedience or one of rebellion? One that calls down the armies of heaven or one that invites the angel of death? The future is not yet sealed, but the path you walk will decide it. Remember what you felt tonight. The cold, the silence, the shadow in the corner, the weight on your chest. Remember it because it was real. If you turn back now, heaven will stand with you. But if you ignore this warning, the shadow will not need a countdown next time. He will arrive without warning. And when he does, he will not leave empty-handed.
Do not think the night is finished. Do not think the shadow has vanished forever. No, tonight was only a glimpse, a taste, a warning. For if you return to your old path, if you open that same door again, the angel of death will not wait 45 minutes. He will not send whispers before he comes. He will appear suddenly, silently, like a thief in the night. And this time, he will not hesitate. Do you want to know what is written in the future if you ignore my voice? Then listen, but do not listen lightly, for these visions are not given to entertain you. They are given to strike your soul awake. I see nights darker than this one, nights where the silence in your home is not because of peace, but because laughter has died. Nights where the chairs around your table are empty, because one by one the people you love are taken. Nights where you cry out too late, but only your echo answers. I see sickness that will not heal, spreading through your bloodline like a plague. I see arguments tearing your family apart as shadows whisper division into every heart. I see betrayals that cut deeper than knives as those you trust most are poisoned against you. And worse still, I see chains forming around the next generation. Yes, if you continue, it will not only be you, your children, your children's children, the ones not yet born. They will carry the curse you invited. They will battle demons they never summoned, suffer wounds they never caused, fight wars they never chose, all because of doors you refused to close. I see graves dug before their time. I see tears flowing that cannot be dried. I see light dimming in houses once filled with joy. This is the future that waits if you walk in silence. Do you understand? Darkness does not visit once. It returns again and again, stronger each time, until finally the bloodline breaks under its grip. But listen, this prophecy does not have to be fulfilled. For just as I see death if you remain stubborn, I also see life if you surrender. I see angels standing guard at your door. I see chains broken before they can tighten. I see children walking free from the curse of their ancestors. I see laughter restored, peace returning, hope rising where despair once reigned. Yes, 2 visions, 2 paths, 2 futures. Both are real, both are possible, both are waiting at your doorstep. The question is not which path exists. The question is, which one will you choose? Do not deceive yourself into thinking you can delay forever. Every night you continue on the old path, the shadow grows stronger. Every sin repeated, every warning ignored, every moment of pride builds a throne for the angel of death, until one night there will be no warning, no countdown, no second chance. And on that night, your cry will come too late. But still, I tell you, tonight is not too late. Tonight is still mercy. Tonight is still deliverance. Tonight is still a chance to turn before the visions of sorrow become reality. So choose carefully. For the visions of the future have been shown, and the one you walk into will be decided by the steps you take when this night ends. Listen carefully, for what I am about to reveal is not of this world. It is not of time, nor of flesh, nor of shadows that pass in the night. It is of forever. The danger you face is not only the death of a family member. It is not only sickness or sorrow. Those are only the whispers of the greater terror. The greater terror is what waits beyond the grave. When the heart stops beating, when the breath leaves the body, when the eyes close for the last time, you do not fade into nothingness. You do not sleep into silence. No, the soul awakens, the spirit rises, and it is then that the true judgment begins. If you die carrying the same sins, if you die chained to the same shadows, if you die having ignored every warning, then the angel of death does not simply take your body, he escorts your soul. And do you know where? I will tell you. He drags it through darkness deeper than any night you have known, through a tunnel where the air burns but gives no light, through cries of millions who also refused the warning, through a gate that closes once entered and never opens again. And there, beyond that gate, the torment is endless. No dawn ever rises, no voice of comfort is ever heard, no hand of mercy ever reaches, only fire that burns but does not consume, only regret that screams louder than flames, only chains that never loosen. And the greatest pain of all is not the fire, not the darkness, not even the demons that laugh in triumph. The greatest pain is memory. Memory of the chances you had. Memory of the nights you felt the warnings. Memory of this very moment when you heard my voice and still did nothing. Do you understand? That is the fate of the soul that rejects the call. Not just sorrow in this life, not just death in this world, but eternal separation from the light of God. But hear this as well, for if you turn, if you surrender, if you open your heart before it is too late, then the story of eternity shifts. For when your final breath comes, and it will come, you will not be carried into darkness. You will not be dragged into torment. Instead, angels will descend in light brighter than the sun. They will lift your soul as gently as a father carries a child. They will escort you through gates of pearl, past choirs of fire, into a kingdom where no shadow enters. And there no tears will flow, no sorrow will remain, no sickness will touch your body again. Only joy, unbroken, peace unending, life eternal. This is the difference. This is the decision. This is why I warned you with trembling fire. Because eternity is not far away. It is one heartbeat away, one moment away, one choice away. And your soul, your eternal soul, will remember forever what you decide tonight. So I tell you once more, do not ignore, do not delay, do not walk away. For the shadow watches even now, the light waits even now, and your eternity hangs in the balance. The question is not whether eternity exists. The question is not whether heaven and hell are real. The question is, where will you spend it? Now the time has come. You have heard the warnings. You have felt the weight. You have walked through the visions of death, of fire, of eternity. And still one question remains unanswered. What will you do? Do you think these were just words? Do you think this was only a voice to entertain, a story to pass the time? No, this was the courtroom of eternity opening its doors before you. This was heaven and hell standing on either side of your soul. This was the judge himself commanding me to speak. Your family has been marked, your life has been weighed, your soul has been tested. And now, before heaven closes the book, you have been given one final chance to step into the light. Listen to me carefully. If you ignore this moment, the shadow will return. It will not knock twice in the same way. Next time, it will not give you a warning. Next time, it will not count down minutes. Next time, it will come like a thief in the night. And when it comes, no angel will stand between you and judgment. But if you take this moment, if you bow your heart, if you cry out even now, heaven will record your decision. A seal of protection will be placed over your family. Chains that were prepared to drag will be broken before they can close. The curse that stalked your bloodline will be shattered in this very hour. Do you feel the fire burning in your chest? That is not fear alone. That is conviction. That is the Spirit of God pulling you, urging you, commanding you. Do not let this pass you by. For when heaven speaks and man refuses, the consequence is eternal. But when heaven speaks and man obeys, the reward is eternal life. I, Michael, servant of the Most High, have sounded the trumpet to your soul. I have fought the shadow that stalked your house. I have shown you the path of death and the path of life. I have spoken the words placed in my mouth by the throne itself. Now my sword is lowered. Now my voice grows still. Now the choice passes fully to you. The heavens watch, the demons wait, your soul trembles between them both. And as the last echo of this message fades, one truth remains unshakable. Your eternity depends on your answer. Your family's survival depends on your answer. Your soul's destiny depends on your answer. This is your final warning. This is your final chance. This is the final seal. Choose life or choose death. But whatever you choose, remember this moment forever, for it will be remembered in heaven and in hell alike.
Listen, child of dust. The visions I have shown you were not for you alone. They are a mirror of what is coming upon the whole earth. Your family's warning is but a drop of what will soon flood every nation, every kingdom, every soul under heaven. The world in shadow. I see cities trembling. I see great towers built by the pride of men cracking from their foundations. I see the wealth of the mighty turned into dust in their hands. I see rulers whispering in secret rooms, but their secrets are shouted by thunder across the skies. I see oceans rising and winds roaring as the earth itself rebels against its corruption. I see fires breaking out not by accident, but by judgment. And I see men and women running but finding nowhere to hide, because what hunts them is not flesh, but spirit. The rise of fear. I see the nations blaming one another, wars breaking out like storms,
neighbors turning on neighbors, families torn apart. I see false saviors rising, promising peace, but leading millions into chains. I see a mark placed upon many, shining like convenience, but burning like bondage. I see children crying, elders trembling, and the strongest of men brought to their knees. The gathering armies. And then I see armies gathering in the unseen, heaven's hosts in brilliant armor, stretching from horizon to horizon, hell's legions swarming like locusts, filling the air with screams, both waiting for the command, both waiting for the trumpet. And the trumpet will sound, a blast not made of wind or metal, but of eternity itself. It will pierce every ear. It will shake every mountain. It will silence every voice of denial. At that sound, the separation begins. I see the righteous lifted like sparks into the flame of heaven. I see the rebellious sinking into pits that open beneath their very feet. I see angels carrying scrolls, reading out names, some written in gold, some crossed out in blood. I see the judge himself rising, his face brighter than lightning, his eyes sharper than fire. Every lie will die. Every mask will burn. Every secret will be revealed. And in that day, child of dust, there will be no more warnings, no more messages, no more second chances. For the heavens will declare, "It is finished." The earth will cry out, "It is over." And eternity will echo, "It begins." But hear me. The fact that you still breathe means the trumpet has not yet blown. The fact that you still hear my voice means the gates have not yet shut. The fact that you still feel your heart race means mercy is still at work. Do not wait until the sky splits. Do not wait until fire rains. Do not wait until the grave calls your name. The same choice given to you for your family is the same choice given to every soul on this earth. Choose life or choose death. Heaven stretches out its hand. Hell waits with chains. The world trembles on the edge of eternity. And I, Michael, servant of the Most High, defender of heaven's armies, messenger of the final hour, I lay this truth before you. This is the last trumpet. This is the last chance. This is the last warning. The throne has spoken. The sword is raised. The heavens watch. The nations tremble. The end unfolds. What will you do? For when the final seal breaks, when the trumpet sounds, when the fire falls, there will be no more time.